The repercussions of a day of creativity in the boudoir. This is my boudoir, my Ooh, are you ready for me? Okay, here we go. All right, so here I am, y'all. I am back in my boudoir. I am back in another robe. This is the third one. I'm giving you guys versatility, showing the judges versatility through robes. We are back with more makeup for your Halloween coming up so soon. So for today's look, I thought that we would show you guys 3 different looks using something that I think has become kind of a trend in Halloween makeup, which is this lovely Halloween zipper effect thing. First is going to be a nice kind of rhinestone chiseled cheek moment. The second, we're gonna be doing some sort of robotic fantasy, which I'm really excited about, and it's gonna be really cool. And the last one, which ties into last week's video, is we're gonna be doing a nice down the mouth, gory, bloody, disgusting moment that's gonna utilize latex and a little bit more special effects makeup. And to make this video easier for y'all to watch, we'll have timestamps in the description below, so then that way you can check out whichever one of the 3 looks you're most interested in, so you can see how much they cost, the materials that are involved, and you know, you just get to what you need. All of the products that we're gonna be using in this tutorial, or various versions of the products we're using, will also include links to those on Amazon in the description below. So if you're inspired to create anything you see here today, make sure you head down to the description and maybe buy all. With that, let's get started. Zach. Okay, I'm ready to go. Okay, first look. So we're gonna use this lovely zipper. We're also going to use spirit gum. This is a very, very strong adhesive that we're gonna use in this special effects look today. And the last thing we're gonna use is we have all of these lovely rhinestones. These I found at the dollar store for like $1. So I have a couple of options of where I think I wanna put this. So, you know, play around, but I wanna do kind of like a cheek. Maya actually inspired this idea. I'm gonna do a cheek moment here. So I think I'm gonna attach it like up at the ear here and take this part of the zipper and follow it down my jawline, and then kind of take the other side of the zipper and meet it like here. So we have like a nice crescent moon shape. I'm just gonna take a eyeliner pencil right here, and I'm just gonna sketch out exactly where I put all of those things so I know where I have to. Cute. That looks cool, doesn't it? I mean, I can barely move this side of my face. Like no. You can barely move it, but I mean, it looks freaking cool, beach. So I wanna make sure that I have enough to cover the entire surface area of this. So I think I'm gonna go in like, because I have 2 colors on these sheets, I think I'm gonna go like silver, blue, and kind of work my way across just like this. Which is again a little bit tedious, but I think it will pay off in due time. Even though that these have, there's like a stickiness to the back, just to make sure that those rhinestones don't go anywhere, I'm gonna take eyelash glue and I'm just gonna work my way in sections. So that way it just provides an extra adhesive glue layer to make sure that it stays on all night long. Done. So after just like a half hour of stoning, because it is a tedious process, y'all, look at this finished product. Y'all cannot tell me this doesn't look good. I love this. It's super, super like innovative. I love the change of pattern. It's really pretty. From far away, it's gonna bling and sparkle. And like, imagine that you had even more than one zipper and you just went in various planes across your face, or you took the zipper and you put it in a complete other area. That's look number 1 complete. Let's move on to the second look. So for this look, we're gonna use a couple different things. Again, we're gonna be using our zipper. We're gonna be using spirit gum to adhere. We might be using either the eyelash glue or liquid latex in order to adhere the new product that we're going to be using, which is gonna be aluminum foil that you can find around your house or wherever. So I think with this look, we're gonna be trying to do like something very robot futuristic X. So I'm gonna take this zipper and I think I'm gonna put it in a different area than I did last time. I think what I wanna try is I wanna see if we can leave just like an eye. So something like this I think could be really cool. We're gonna leave just an eye. And rather than covering the inside of the zipper, we're gonna cover the entire outside. So again, to really give us a robot future-esque kind of moment, which should be really, really fun. And we're gonna do the exact same thing like I did last time. I'm gonna map out exactly where I want my zipper to be. And with my eyeliner, I'm gonna take motions and sketch out exactly the shape of where that's gonna go. And I'm gonna use spirit gum once again to adhere everything to the skin. We're gonna go in with some tin foil. So I think I'm gonna just start by ripping a little bit off and kind of deciding exactly how I wanna go about this. If I wanna do shiny side up, if I wanna do
that side up.
So, to adhere this, I've decided to use the liquid latex just because I think that I'm gonna get the most bang for my buck and it'll be easy to just actually put everywhere. Not to mention that liquid latex is gonna come off in a nice sheet, so it'll be the easiest to take off. And make sure that you use a specific brush just for this because liquid latex will ruin your brushes. So I'm just gonna go in with this foam one that's at the dollar store and I'm gonna put in and we're going to paint. All right, guys, so this is look number 2, completely done. And again, literally all we used was we used tin foil, we used liquid latex to adhere this down, and we used our zipper. So again, a 3-rule process. So the really cool thing about this look is that you can use the tin foil to basically shape your face how you want it to. So as I was gluing this down, I thought it would be really cool if I covered my mouth and I covered this eye, so it would really give you that robot feel. And it kind of feels as if like I'm incomplete, which I really, really like, and I think it's kind of cool. So now I'm gonna take this off and we're gonna get started on our final look. So this is inspired by a Halloween look that I did last year where I utilized this zipper and I kind of did this very draggy, gory woman who had tattered clothes and her skin was ripped out and she was bleeding everywhere. And there wasn't really like a reason why I did the costume. It was kind of just something that I wanted to try because I thought it would look cool. And it was a super success last year, so I thought that I might as well show y'all how to do that, get into the gig, and kind of learn how to very easily master that bloody, gory kind of look. I find that people will do it and it will look cheesy, so it's a matter of just putting in the right number of detail and blending in colors, and that's gonna get it looking super disgusting to the point where people will look at you and they'll be grossed out. And that's what you want, okay? So let's get started. So for the zipper this time, rather than doing a complex shape like I've done for the last two, I literally am probably going to zip this straight down. Like I'm gonna have the zipper right here on the bridge of my nose, and we're gonna bring these side to side. So we're gonna be covering the least amount of surface area with this example. So we're gonna go right down the center here and split at the bridge of the nose, bringing it all the way down to the chin. Cute, there she is, guys. Oh my God, she is zippered. She's ready to get gross. So this is where, if you haven't seen my video from last week, it would be super helpful if you do, just because I've explained how to use latex and create fake skin already. So that video you can find up here in the suggestion box, or you'll find it in my description below for your easy access. So I'm just gonna take this 2-ply tissue, we're gonna fold it in half and make sure it's 1 ply. Then we're gonna take this tissue and we're gonna rip it into strands. They don't have to be precise strands. It's really not that big of a deal and it's not that important. Great. Then we're gonna take some liquid latex. We're gonna go along the sides here. Cute, it's there. We don't want this to dry super quickly, because what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take that tissue and we're gonna layer it on top. And again, this doesn't need to be super precise at this moment, because we want it to look gross. That extra at the bottom, rip it off. You can use that up here. Yeah. And see how it's kind of like the tissue's kind of landing where it just wants to. That's okay, because it's gonna get super wrinkly and stuff, which is gonna, you know, just help with the overall look, making it look super disgusting. So this is the first layer of tissue paper that we'll do. Then now that that's laid down, you're gonna go back over top of it with liquid latex just to really put that in place. Might wanna be a little more...
Shouldn't we have done the other ones first?
Are you questioning the work of a makeup artist? Boom, bada boom, bada boom, rip, up to the top. Great. Let's do, I don't want to waste my concealer. We'll do foundation. See guys, this is what happens when you're poor. You have to just go like this. Yeah. Work, Bertha, work, Bertha. See, if I was a rich bitch, I'd just throw this away. But I'm not. There we go. We're back on track, ladies.
And just make a note, everybody, he's using a paintbrush from the dollar store.
Yup. Why buy expensive makeup brushes when the dollar store do? Why buy expensive stuff when the dollar store does the same thing? Cute. Okay. So, now it's time for the fun part, guys. It's time for the blood. From Amazon, I bought this fake blood that's lasted me about 2 years now, and I want to say I paid something cheap for it. Something like maybe like $5-7 bucks. We'll get you the price in the description below. But what I like to do with this is, because this blood is very, very liquidy, I'd like to work with something that's a little bit more viscous in texture. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour a little bit of this into this little red bowl here. So there it goes. Perfect. It also runs really red, and if y'all actually watch like, you know those shows where, like hospital shows and shit, like if you watch those shows, you'll see that blood doesn't actually run very red. It runs a little bit more darker than that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some cream makeup to this blood. I'm gonna add a little bit of red, and then I'm...
Put it all over the backs of your fingers.
See, red. And then, let me just wipe that down. And then I'm also...
Finger.
Fine. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of black paint to this as well. These little paints can be found at like a Party City or even online for, again, really, really cheap. Okay, so we're going to start to paint. So this is the regular color paint, and I'm going to start with this.
Getting it in your powder.
Start with this on this side. We're going to start laying that base color down. So this is the regular paint. This is, And this is the darker color.
You're getting it all over your robe.
And that's the darker color. So, as you can see, this looks a little amateur, looks a little basic. It's not really that scary. Whereas you have this color, and then once we mix this color with the red and we add even more textures on top of it, this is the kind of color that you want, and it's gonna look a little bit more realistic. So we're gonna start by basically taking this blood paint and we're gonna put it all over the place. We're just gonna start to lay it down, and then we'll use a sponge to just buff it out and get it to where it needs to go. So now that I've laid down that base blood color, I'm gonna take some cream paints. I have these ones from a couple of years ago, but you can also use the ones that you buy at Party City or whatever, these cheap ones. And we're gonna go in and we're gonna add dimension with color here. Also, what I'm gonna do in a second is, because I have all of this fake latex, I'm gonna find, where's my tweezers? I'm gonna use my tweezer and I'm gonna start to pick at that fake skin here, and that's gonna take this look into a really, really gross place. And it's gonna manipulate that skin, and you're gonna see how gross it's gonna get. So yeah, here we go. This is just adding a little bit more depth and dimension to the base color, and now we're gonna go back in with our blood colors and we're just gonna really get this nice and gross. All right, y'all, so look 3, our final look, is now complete. So to give you a brief overview of what I did, first we went in with the spirit gum and we glued that zipper down, super nice and precise. Then we went in with the liquid latex with our foam, where's the foam, whatever. We went in with the foam brush, we laid that liquid latex down, then we took a tissue and we took one ply and we put the tissue on top. After that, we let it dry, set it down with setting powder, threw on a foundation, and then with this, all we did is we ripped up using tweezers that liquid latex to get this skin kind of oozing. We made 2 different kinds of bloods using cream and using cream makeup and a regular fake blood that you can buy on Amazon. And then from there, we took cream paints to just add dimension, and we kind of just went liberally with the blood to kind of get to the end result of this really gory, bloody look that I've taken all the way down to my neck to let you know that, girl, I am in pain. So that is 3 different makeup looks that you guys can do this Halloween, just utilizing a zipper and different materials to make whatever you want happen. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and for more future content, make sure that you subscribe with the button down below and click the bell icon right next to it to make sure that you know exactly when our videos are coming out. We post every Tuesday and every Friday. And to get a preview of what our next video is going to be, make sure that you follow me on Instagram at Zach Colangelo with 2 H's, and make sure that you follow Maya at Maya_Danalucy to make sure that you don't miss any new content coming your way. So with that, thanks so much for watching. Enjoy your weekend, y'all, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye!